Although both are now at the end of their careers, the comparisons between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi never cease. And while the two are similar in terms of their success on the pitch, they are very different when it comes to their personalities. Messi is a private and humble person by nature, while Cristiano is the complete opposite. He likes to talk about himself, to show off, sometimes even in an arrogant and annoying way. And while most fans have no problem with these qualities, many players and coaches have literally had fights with Ronaldo because of his temper. One of the most recent examples of this was Cristiano's conflict with his former Manchester United coach, Erik ten Hag. The Dutchman had just arrived at Old Trafford in the summer of 2022, while Cristiano had already been in Manchester for a year following his spectacular return in 2021. The expectation was that Ronaldo would continue to be the undisputed starter for Man United, especially with just weeks to go before the start of the 2022 World Cup. However, tensions arose when Ronaldo found himself increasingly sidelined under the new management. Ten Hag preferred a different style of play, and Ronaldo often started matches from the bench, which reportedly frustrated the Portuguese superstar. The situation escalated in October of 2022 when Ronaldo refused to come on as a substitute against Tottenham and left the stadium early, leading to his suspension. About a month later, literally only weeks before the start of the most important tournament of Ronaldo's career, a bombshell interview with Piers Morgan was published in which the Portuguese openly criticized everything Man United. Ten Hag, the club's management, and even some of the Red Devils' current and former stars. So yes, this was more or less the official announcement Ronaldo made to the footballing world that he was leaving Old Trafford on a free transfer. However, this was not a problem for Ronaldo, who only a month later accepted a multi-million-pound offer from Al Nassr. And do you know who else Cristiano singled out in an interview? His former teammate, Wayne Rooney. The pair were pals during Ronaldo's early days at Manchester United, when they shared a fantastic goal-scoring partnership with the likes of Dimitar Berbatov and Carlos Tevez at Old Trafford. However, their relationship took a different turn after the 2006 World Cup. Portugal and England met in the knockout stages, and Ronaldo was once again the center of attention. He was involved in an incident that led to Rooney's red card, and although the two buried the hatchet, with Sir Alex Ferguson's influence of course, Rooney and Ronaldo never enjoyed the same warm relationship ever again. In 2022, Rooney, who had moved into a punditry role, made comments criticizing Ronaldo's behavior and influence at Manchester United, suggesting that his return to the club had not been as positive as expected. Can you guess if Ronaldo responded to Rooney in his typical fashion? Of course he did. In that same interview with Piers Morgan, Ronaldo said, "I don't know why he's criticizing me so much. Probably because he's finished his career and I'm still playing at a high level." Yeah, those are some harsh words from Cristiano, as the two have never spoken again. It seems like Cristiano Ronaldo isn't too fond of his former Man United teammates, because Gerard Piqué is another man who deeply hates the Portuguese star. These two shared the Red Devils' dressing room during the 2007-2008 season before Piqué's move to Barcelona. A year later, Cristiano also switched to Spain, but signed for arch-rivals Real Madrid instead, and this is when their conflicts were born. Piqué and Ronaldo have always been at the center of the greatest rivalry in the history of the game. Their battles have been marked by physicality and competitiveness, with both players trying to outdo the other in these high-stakes games. However, their rivalry is not limited to the pitch. Known for his outspoken nature, Piqué has occasionally made comments that could have been seen as a threat to Ronaldo and Real Madrid. For example, Piqué once joked about the infamous white handkerchiefs that Madrid fans waved to show their discontent, subtly mocking the club's culture. Such comments fueled the animosity between the two. Ronaldo, who is generally reserved in public confrontations, was deeply irritated by Piqué's remarks and attitude, especially given the intense competition between their clubs. Now, many people would say that the rivalry between them is only on the pitch, but we can assure you that Cristiano and Piqué certainly hate each other. Now, let's put things in a different light. No one doubts that the most successful period of Cristiano's career will remain Real Madrid, right? 4 Champions Leagues, 2 La Liga titles, 4 Ballon d'Ors, numerous extraordinary records, and so on and so on. So you might think that he has never had any bad feelings towards any of his Madrid teammates. Yes, he's still good friends with many of them, but that's not the case with Iker Casillas. Yes, 2 of Real Madrid's greatest legends have been in conflict for most of Ronaldo's time at the Santiago Bernabeu. The tensions reportedly began around 2012 when Jose Mourinho was in charge. The special one, who favored Ronaldo and often sided with him in disputes, criticized Casillas for having too much influence in the dressing room and being too close to the Spanish media. This led to divisions within the team, with Ronaldo and Casillas representing opposing factions. The situation worsened when Mourinho left Casillas out of the starting lineup. Indeed, as you may recall, Diego Lopez was starting a lot of games at the time, much to the irritation of the 2010 World Cup winner. There were even rumors that Ronaldo had supported Mourinho's decision, further straining their relationship. Although both players remained professional on the pitch, the friendship that once existed between them was gone forever. Alright, maybe Ronaldo doesn't even think about the conflict with Casillas anymore. But when it comes to the one with Florentino Perez, well, things were far more complicated and fateful there. This was the very conflict that prevented Cristiano from staying at the Santiago Bernabeu beyond 2018. The tension between the two reportedly began around 2017, when Ronaldo felt unappreciated by the club hierarchy despite his monumental contributions, including leading Madrid to 2 consecutive Champions League titles and 3 in the space of 4 years. The Portuguese star felt he deserved better financial recognition and a contract that reflected his status as one of the best players in the world. However, Perez was unwilling to meet Ronaldo's demands, which led to friction between the two. On the other hand, we are all aware of Perez's obsession with Real Madrid always having a variety of the world's greatest Galacticos. Yes, there were rumors at the time that the president was pursuing the signing of Neymar, who also had problems with the Barca board. This lack of support and perceived disrespect from Perez affected Ronaldo deeply. The final straw came after Madrid's 2018 Champions League win, when Ronaldo hinted at his dissatisfaction in a post-match interview, stating that it had been very nice to play for Madrid and signaling his intention to leave. Around a month and a half later, Ronaldo made his monumental move to Juventus, and the rest was history. Manchester United, Real Madrid, any other place where Cristiano Ronaldo's wild temper has been on display? Well, the Portuguese national team, of course. And we're talking about former coach Fernando Santos. Yeah, technically neither of the two hate the other, as Ronaldo will always be grateful to Santos for the only major national title the specialist handed Cristiano in his Portugal career. But things between the two during the World Cup in Qatar were definitely not pretty. For the first 2 games of the tournament, things were going well, with Cristiano even scoring one of Portugal's goals against Ghana. The conflict came in the 3rd game, when Ronaldo was surprisingly substituted early in the second half. The star was visibly frustrated as he left the pitch, and his reaction was seen as disrespectful by Santos. In a subsequent press conference, Santos expressed his displeasure at Ronaldo's behavior, a rare public criticism of the player. However, it was widely assumed that the substitution was the result of Santos' desire to keep Ronaldo as fresh as possible ahead of the tournament's most important games. Well, nothing of the sort. The situation escalated in the very next game, the round of 16 clash with Switzerland. Santos made the bold decision to drop Ronaldo from the starting lineup in favor of young striker Gonzalo Ramos. This decision paid off on the pitch, as Portugal ran out 6-1 winners, with Ramos scoring a hat-trick. But it also fueled speculation of a rift between the coach and his star player. Ronaldo was again left on the bench for the quarter-final against Morocco, and despite coming on as a substitute, Portugal went out after a 1-0 defeat. I'm sure we all remember Ronaldo's initial reaction to yet another World Cup failure for Portugal, which spoke for itself. In the aftermath, many in Ronaldo's entourage openly expressed their anger at Fernando Santos. "It is a shame to humiliate a man who has given so much," said Cristiano's sister after the game. And finally, the most unexpected name on this list. But yes, Bruno Fernandes is another player who had a very strained relationship with Ronaldo during his time at Man United. Tensions flared up again after the scandalous interview with Piers Morgan. About a week later, Bruno and Cristiano met at Portugal's training camp for the 2022 World Cup. In a video posted on social media, fans saw an awkward exchange between the two, which fueled speculation of a rift in their relationship. On the pitch, their chemistry seemed to be off at times, with Fernandes perhaps feeling overshadowed by Ronaldo's dominant presence. There was also the case of the group game against Uruguay, in which Bruno scored from a cross, but Ronaldo insisted that he had touched the ball with his head before the ball entered the goal line. The last clear example of the deteriorating relationship between the pair was Bruno Fernandes' statement after the win over Man City in January 2023, when the midfielder admitted that collectively the team is better without Ronaldo, given that Cristiano had already left Old Trafford. And that's all we've got for today, guys. If you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and let us know what videos you want to see. We love hearing from you.